I have no respect for Robbery for children. Okay, I think so poorly of them, and the reason why.
Hey, welcome back to Idaho News. So I have a lot to get through. I might just do headlines and some, and then read like 3 or 4 stories on the others. So this is crazy. A group of teen girls tries to set trap for alleged pedophile, and one ends up kidnapped. I don't even know if that was one of my daughters. Like, that's scary, man. What were they thinking? In Vista, California. Why is this article from CNN? A 32-year-old man in California was arrested after he allegedly kidnapped a teenage girl who had been trying to entrap him in an amateur sexting operation. Robert Dreyfus, 32, was booked Sunday on suspicion of kidnapping, sending harmful material to a minor, and communications with a minor for specific offenses. Authorities say Dreyfus was the target of an amateur sexting operation by a group of teenage girls who wanted proof he was trying to hook up with the underage girls. They intended to turn the information over to law enforcement. The group made contact with Dreyfus on a social media app and exchanged text messages before arranging a meeting in Vista, California, according to sheriff's officials. During the meeting, officials say Dreyfus convinced the 17-year-old victim to get into his vehicle to talk, but then he allegedly drove away without consent. The victim was able to message her friends for help, and they contacted the authorities. When the authorities made contact with Dreyfus, he stopped his vehicle and let the 17-year-old out. She was not hurt. This is really dangerous and something that's best left to the professionals in law enforcement, said John Ronis, a criminal defense attorney. Ronis says the teen's action could complicate the criminal case. Yeah, normally law enforcement runs these operations. The solicitation is recorded. The conversations and meeting places are surveilled. This is a bunch of kids, he said. The sheriff's department released a statement saying the public is strongly discouraged from setting up meetings or contacting anyone for the purpose of catching an individual who has committed a crime. Dreyfus' bail was set at $175,000. He's scheduled to appear in court next week. No, you should not discourage. You should discourage kids, yeah, but not just the public itself. I don't know. So many things could have went wrong. Oh my gosh.
We have new details tonight about the unsettling and nearly tragic incident in Vista. Sheriff's deputies say that a group of
There we go.
teenage girls tried to lay a trap for a supposed predator before things quickly turned.
Investigators say the man drove off with one of the girls and kidnapped her. 10 News anchor Derek Stahl explains how she was rescued and how her actions may have made it harder to prosecute.
It's a kind of vigilante justice, and it's spreading on social media.
Sure you didn't come to meet a 15-year-old?
Online, there are hundreds of groups that set up stings, hoping to expose child sex predators.
Good.
The San Diego Sheriff's Office says 3 teens set up some...
You don't need to depend on the police. Get a group of adults to go do it. Probably be better at it than the police. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think that's going to load, but you get the drift. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is funny. Robbery suspect suffers heart attack while running from the police. I don't care who you are, that's funny. In New York, a police officer is being credited for saving the life of a suspect robber he was chasing in New York. The New York Police Department says Sergeant James Gephardt was chasing a man who stole 50 pounds worth of insurers from... He stole insurers from a CVS According to officials, the suspect also took a swing at several employees. They say the pursuit of the 49-year-old passed out when Gaber found him. He had to perform CPR and call for an ambulance. I went from life-saving to police work pretty quickly, Gaber explained. Gephardt. I did get the opportunity to meet him afterward, though, when we came back to get his fingerprint and photograph. He shook my hand and thanked me. Gephardt said he had to revive the man twice by the time the paramedics arrived. Either go one or two ways. He'd be upset at me if I arrested him, and he'd be really happy that I rescued him. Just happy that he was happy that it turned out as good as it did for him. Authorities believe the suspect passed out after an apparent heart attack. Man, he stole insurers. I think that's the funniest part. He stole insurers. Oh my gosh. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, how's everybody? This guy. He has to be like the most stupidest politician. Anyways, this story is not about him. Beto O'Rourke cheers Dick's decision to destroy $5 million worth of rifles. Well, I can guarantee you what happens when you virtue signal. You're going to lose a lot of money. Democrat presidential hopeful Robert Beto O'Rourke, is his name Francis O'Rourke or something, cheered Dick's Sporting Goods' decision to destroy $5 million worth of semi-automatic rifle inventory. Wow. I mean, that's their decision. They can do whatever the hell they want. But it's the reason they're doing it for is why it's so concerning. On October 6, 2019, Breitbart News reported Dick's CEO Ed Stacks that his company destroyed $5 million worth of assault-style rifles to keep them out of private hands. Screw you, Ed Stack. I know what you can go do with yourself. Stack also admitted his company's post-Parkland gun control stance has resulted in $250 million in losses. Well, yeah, dude. You use children for gun control. The Stack is under-deterred. He is literally considering further corporate gun control or gun controls his company might undertake. You might as well just change your name and change your business, you idiot. They did this before. They virtue signaled along when Obama was president. I remember. That's the day I stopped shopping there. None of this was lost on O'Rourke, who used on October 7th, 2019 tweet to praise Dick's for their gun control contributions. Dick's Sporting Goods is doing more to keep Americans safe from assault weapons than Congress. This guy's so stupid. I honestly don't think he believes what he says. Maybe he is that stupid. I mean, if these Democratic people running, these candidates, are so freaking insane, I could run and look sane, which... O'Rourke used the September 12th... Oh yeah, I said that. The National Shooting Sports Foundation's calculated there were 16 million plus privately owned AR-15s in the U.S. Yeah, destroying 5 million is not going to do anything. In fact, it didn't even make a dent in the gun population. You just screwed yourself. So, alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, what's up? So, Pocahontas is still saying that she was fired for her pregnancy, which is false. There's video of her saying that she got pregnant and decided to make a choice to stay home. On video, I think. I think it's on video. Because I've read the... Anyways, Elizabeth Warren told CBS News in an interview published late Monday evening that she was, in fact, replaced in her teaching job in 1971 because she was visibly pregnant, despite newly emerged evidence otherwise. Warren explained that the reason she told a different story as a politician than as a law professor was because she had decided to open up about elements of her personal life that had been previously chosen not to highlight. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the far left's Me Too movement and the victimhood of women. Fuck. In 2007 interview, first flagged by left-wing Jacobin magazine writer Megan Day, a member of the Democratic Socialist of America, Warren said that she chose to leave her teaching job as a speech pathologist for disabled children in a public school primarily because she lacked the necessary educational qualifications. And I went on back to graduate school and took a couple of courses in education and said, I don't think this is going to work out for me, she added, and I was pregnant with my first baby. So I had a baby and I stayed home for a couple of years. So that's what she says as a law professor to sound virtuous, and now she's saying she was fired to sound virtuous. So I'm not going to read this whole thing, but this is a fun election. This is going to be fun. I'm excited. All right, I'll see you guys later. Okay. If anybody or any of you has been through the exhausting Russia collusion hoax, oh my gosh. I mean, it was fun for a while watching, conservatives make fun of them, but now they're coming up with a new one. Well, it's Nolt from Breitbart says, Chuck Todd, just like the Ukraine hoax is unraveling before our eyes. Oh, just when you thought Chuck Todd could not go any more off the rails, he swerves into oncoming traffic, hits the gravel truck, flips over 3 times and lands upside down in a drainage ditch filled with rattlesnakes and baby poop. That sucks. Chuck Todd has always had a tough time accepting the results of the 2016 presidential, especially after he declared Hillary Clinton the winner a month before the votes were counted. And as a result, over the past 3 years, we've watched Todd beg then House Speaker Paul Ryan to impeach Trump, and then use BuzzFeed's fake news to assure us Trump's impeachment was guaranteed, and then break the North American speed record for spreading 4 lies in under a minute, and then completely buy into the Russia collusion hoax, and then, basically, Trump broke Chuck Todd. In just a few short years. He went from being one of the smartest analysts on TV to an afterthought, an asterisk, just another dishonest left-wing operative with a TV hour to shriek about protecting our precious norms, even as he violates every journalistic norm to get drumped. This Ukraine thing, though, has unglued Todd. He entered the face-melting stage, which began last week with the bizarre rant about how Trump is destroying democracy and stuff. Let's check out the video. Oh, this is fun. Isn't this fun?
Welcome to Thursday. It's Meet the Press Daily. Good evening. I'm Chuck Todd here in Washington. I don't say this lightly, but let's be frank. A national nightmare is upon us. The basic rules of our democracy are under attack from the president. We begin tonight with a series of admissions by the president that all but assures his impeachment in the House of Representatives. It's a moment of truth for Republicans, and they've been largely silent on what we've seen from the president. Today, he publicly called on 2 foreign governments to interfere in the presidential election by investigating his chief 2020 political rival.
Okay. Anyways. So basically, I think what we're going to see from here on out is that just like the Russia collusion that we've had to endure his first term, when President Trump wins his second term, we're going to have to endure, if he wins it, but of course I think he's going to, but they're going to, it's going to be the Ukraine collusion until he gets out of office, and then, I don't know. All right, I'll see you guys later.